Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum to all my viewers and students. Welcome again to my channel. Uh, in my previous video, I show you that how we work with the higher order construct using its first order variables, and this is my base model on which I am working. Let's directly move towards SmartPLS version 4. In the last video, I have showed you that how we can run a confirmatory factor analysis on the first order construct, although these are the higher dimension construct. But dealing with this type of construct, I think I told you that it become more complex when you have more number of dimension for example any of the variable like independent, dependent, or for mediator or moderator. For example, if we use here the moderator, and if the simply moderator has the moderation effect between IV to DV, like in this model, but with its 4 dimension, if we draw the direct moderation effect with the taking 5 dimensions individually and 5 dimension of dependent variant, then it becomes very complex to analyze this type of effect. Though, so its a simple way is to that we will generate a direct higher order construct, and then from there we will uh, apply the confirmatory factor analysis. So I am removing all the errors that are used to connect each variable to each other, as the independent variable entrepreneurial in orientation has the 2 dimensions. So I need to create a second order construct for this variable. So double click on the empty space of the SmartPLS version, and let me rename it orientation, and click on it. When you perform the second order analysis, then if you want to, let me show you, if you want to connect the variable with the first order dimensions or first order variables, these are basically 2 dimension, and entrepreneurial orientation is made through these 2 variables. But you here see that these 2 variables are still have not changed their color, and if the colors become blue, then we can execute the model. But here it is not changing its color. Why it is? The reason is that we are connecting this entrepreneurial orientation with 2 dimension, and here is a no item that is related to this variable. So we need to assign the number of items to this variable also. And which one would be the item? The item would be the those which are used in the dimensions. Here we have separate item for each dimension, but for this variable we have all these 6 items together to represent the entrepreneurial orientation. So I am selecting innovative 1 2 3, risk taking 1 2 3, 6 items, and just select and drag to the entrepreneurial orientation, and these items will be assigned to the uh, this single independent variable. Now similarly, I am not hiding these items so far, that I want to show you that further how we work with it. Another our dependent variable, that is a project success is also a second order construct. So I have to connect with these 2 measures here, and for this I have to assign the number of items to the project success also, that are efficiency, the 4 items of the efficiency. Just select and drag on the project success. These are shown here, and then is the impact on customers. These 5 items are further selected and dragged on the project size. Now the total 9 of items that are the individual of the that were individual of each dimensions are now collectively allocated to the this project's success variable. Similarly, for a moderator, we need to assign another create a higher order construct for moderator, that was the manager competency. So click on it, and just we are going to connect the this manager competency with the communication and with the attentiveness, and need to draw the items for management competencies also. There is a communications, 4 items for communications, and with the attentiveness, 5 items of attentiveness are dropped here with the management committee. So you can see here that I have now constructed the second order construct to analyze the higher second order construct in SmartPLS version 4. Now you can just hide these items. Click on the select option and then click on this, and just hide indicators of the entrepreneurial intention, and hide for the moderator, and hide for the indicators for the these two dimensions. Now you can see that it becomes a second order construct, and we now connect these variable with each other. This one, this one, and here is the moderator. Definitely moderator will have effect on the project's success, and I am not going to draw a moderating line here, because I am not going to analyze the moderation or path analysis here in this step again. I just want to perform a confirmative factor analysis again with using a higher order construct. So this is our model, and now again with a similar fashion or similar way that we perform a simple confirmative factor analysis with the first order constructs, we are now going to run again the confirmative factor analysis with the higher order dimension, and I will show you that how you can easily work with this model and perform a confirmative factor analysis that is required for your data analysis. Just I'm moving towards the calculate option, and I now for second step I need a score of these latent variables, but on this stage let's do a confirmative factor analysis. Then I will show you that when we work with the structure equation model, how we will calculate the latent variable score and used as a score as the dimension of each given construct. Let's go to the calculate option and run a simple consistent PLS SEM algorithm. Definitely you would be familiar with the reflective and formative items, as all constructor are reflective, and second dimension is also reflective. You can see here the arrows are pointing outwards towards the items, and similarly from the main the second order entrepreneurial orientation to the first order innovative and risk taking, also arrows are mm, uh, moving outward. So this is called reflective measures. If the pointing arrows are pointing towards a certain construct, that are called formative. So all my construct here are the reflective, and we are using reflective and reflective measures approach here. Okay, just go to calculate the consistent PLS algorithm, and on simply it would be remain on a factor analysis. All other things will remain same, and just click on the start calculation option. The results will be generated and a report will be shown here. You can see here the results are shown here. Now you can see that these are the actually the factor loadings of auto loadings are, these auto loadings are for the constructs, and for the first order construct, and these loadings are for the second order construct, that these entrepreneurial orientation is made with the innovativeness and risk taking, and further innovativeness is measured with the three items of innovativeness, and similarly it is measured through risk taking, and risk taking is measured with the three items, and similarly project success is measured with the efficiency and impact on customer. So the mediator has simply three items. So the loadings of each construct is shown here. Now the issue will become, I am not going to discuss about the path coefficient and etc. We are just moving towards the quality criteria, because first of all we want to validate this model and confirm its convergent and discriminate validity. So for convergent validity we need to check out here that the construct reliability and validity. Now you can see here there are certain variables that are red mark, and which are those one, the first one is this 0.39 average variance extracted is low, and this is entrepreneurial orientation. Second one is the managerial competence, the moderator, and its composite reliability is 0.0668, and it is less than the required, and also its average variance extracted is lower. And similarly project success is also red marked, and this shows that its average variance extracted is less than 0.05. But you notice that these variables are the actually the second order construct, and these second order construct were created by taking the all items of their first order dimensions. Let me show you here. Just we move to the graphical output, and for example here you can see that just let me show you here that these are the factor loadings of the first order, and these two are for the this one innovative and risk taking. And if you unhide the items of this one, uh, show indicators, if we show the indicators here, definitely we should move back to the main model. Let me save the output here, and just we go back to our main model, and then we try to show the indicators. Now the indicators are shown here, and let me show it to you here. If I have to move the cursor here to clear the things to you, okay, you can see here the loadings of this entrepreneurial orientation is now less than 0.70, and its reason is that when we combine the low, different items of different construct at a single place, definitely they have no same composite reliability. These items have their own association or relationship with each other, and risk taking items have their own composite reliability or items correlation with each other. And when we combine these two at a single space, definitely they have a innovativeness. Three component may have a item correlation with each other same like in their at a separate dimension, but when it is combined with the risk taking, definitely they have they do not have a same items correlation. So that's why its average variance accepted, and the composite reliability has the lower value, and showing the alarming situation. So let me reset it at our initial level. Now how we then perform the analysis using this confirmative factor analysis using this type of model or this dimension. So go back to your report, just open the report here, we have saved it, and first of all go towards auto loadings, and definitely you need to copy the loadings and show out the loadings there. I just show you here how you can actually compile the results for confirmative factor analysis and interpret in your thesis or in your research papers. So how to import the results in our Word or Excel file to get the desired results which are used to represent the confirmative factor analysis. I started it from the outer loading values. Outer loading is the basically the loadings of the each items given in this model, and how you can copy this information into your Word file or in Excel. So first step is to just go to your auto loadings table, and here is the your auto loading matrix or auto loading values. As you have to see one thing here, that for auto loadings you can have items for each first order construct and items for each second order construct. So for second order construct, you need to delete all the information or values related to your second order construct. So then when you delete these items for second construct, the other things will remain for the first order construct. So in this case, if you have a complex model, then you can easily work with the using higher order construct and easily draw your results there also. Okay, let's move towards our output file, our report, and the first we go towards auto loading, and I show you that how we will work with this. Just copy to the Excel, and now we copy it in Excel and we will paste it here. When you paste it here, you can see here that there are two items shown: attentive 1, attentive 1, attentive 2, attentive 2. The attentive 1 was the actually item for the attentive variable, but here is the two items. Why these two items are shown? Because these two items are repeating their value in second order construct. For example, go to let's go towards or main graphical user graphical way, and where is the attentive was used as the second dimension for the managerial uh, competency. And if I show you the indicators here, I have to move backward, show you the indicators here. Now attentive 1 is also the part of the managerial competency second order construct, and it is also part of the first order construct. But as I show you, as I told you that we have to delete the second order construct values from our given tables, then we just remain with the first order construct. Then how we will perform this? Let's move towards Excel file. Let me hide this one. This was the highlight. Just go and select all the values, all the table here. By selecting all the table, uh, you first of all notice that let me just realign it. You notice that the entrepreneurial orientation is the second order construct, and managerial competency, projects, and risk taking are also the risk taking is not or second order construct, but it is the first order. Managerial competency and project success are the second order construct. Now what we do, first of all, I am going to select this whole table, and then I will sort the data. Go to the data sheet and sort the data, and in when you will sort the data, just select the entrepreneurial orientation variable. That is basically second order construct, and it is a comprise of the item of first order also. And just click it and select into sort it with respect to smallest to largest, by selecting smallest to the largest and click OK. Now you will see the entrepreneurial orientation items are sorted at the bottom, and here is the 6 items that are composed of the risk taking, innovativeness. This entrepreneurial orientation was of 2 dimensions, So with the innovative risk taking, then you need to delete these items after sorting, not prior to sorting. First you need to sort out the items, and of entrepreneurial intention I sorted these items, and just I am going to delete these values. Again move, select the table, and then second variable was the managerial competency, that was used as a second order for moderator. So it need to be deleted here. Then again I am going to sort the values for managerial competency, and by you can just sort according to smallest to largest or largest to smallest. I am going to select after smallest to largest, and you can see here that the managerial competency values are negative, are in negative, and it has a 4 items of the communication, 1 4 3 2, and you can also see here there is a also communication 4 item. Basically these 4 items were related to the second order construct, and these 4 items are the first order. We need to delete the second order construct, so I am going to delete these 4 items here. And if we move below, let me freeze it here, that freeze the pen that show you the working. And when you move here the managerial competencies, there are the 5 items for attentiveness, and therefore these items should also be deleted. Now I have deleted the items are entrepreneurial orientation, second order construct, and managerial competency. Then I move towards project success, that is our dependent variable, and it is also second dimension variable. So again I need to sort the data, and select the project sectors and smallest to largest. Okay, and here are the items related to the values are shown. The value 0 should not be deleted because the all other items will be deleted. You need to delete only the items which have values. So here these values are deleted for this. Now once you deleted the second order variables from items loading, then you can also delete the entrepreneurial orientation column, delete it, managerial and project success, then need to delete this one. Now you can formulate a single column for each variable. For example, here is you can say that these 4 items are related to the communication, so I am just copying these information, or you can copy or cut it and paste in the first column in front of the communication. Similarly for efficiency, there are a 4 item, just cut it here and paste in the first column. Impact of customers is also be copied or cut it and pasted in the first column. Then innovativeness, and then risk taking, and finally the strategic renewal items are copied and pasted here. Now you can see here that I have pasted all the items loadings in a single column. This helps me in this way that, for example, then you can also show like this when we report in our analysis. Just copy the attentive here and select the 5 items related to attentiveness, and go to home and merge these cells by selecting this. Now you can see these this column will be, these row will show the factor loadings of the attentiveness dimensions. Let me border it here. And similarly these, now similarly you can copy the respective items names of the dimensions here, and formulate the result. I think it is taking time, but it is a very basic step that you need to do when you are writing your analysis. And if you understand it clearly, you can perform or copy the analysis and run the same in proper way. Okay, I have just copied this, and now I am clearing this information from the top, and just these are the factor loadings, renaming it factor loadings, and these are number of these are the items, and these are variable. Now you can move select these items with their respective variable name, margin, center, and just to quickly let me do it quickly. And now you can see here that I have constructed a single column with their respective alignment, and now the other values in the 00 table can be clear, but I will paste here the results of Cronbach alpha and reliability to show you that how actually a table is formulated. uh, let me go to the PLS, and now we move towards the report, and move towards construct reliability. Just copy this table into Excel file, and let me paste it in another sheet, so it will be easy to delete the values related to the second order construct, like entrepreneurial orientation or our second order. So I'm going to delete this row. Managerial competency projects for second order, I'm going to delete this one also. Now this is your basically information relating to the Cronbach alpha, row, composite reliability, and average variance extracted. Now I am going to copy this top row here. Instead of that, I am going to copy the whole table it in sheet 1 to show you exact the working, and pasting at any place here. Now just copy this top line in front of factor loadings. The 4 columns definitely will be created here, and now for example here the attentive column, you can also copy this first column if you have it merged and centered, and then you can format click on the format painter and select the Cronbach alpha column with the number of 5 items, and drag into the average variance extracted. But I think it is not good at first place, but let me check out. Now just copy the values of the Cronbach alpha, row, and composite reliability, and average variance extracted, and paste it into the first column. Here it is definitely repeated the values, but you again this was done after pasting the values here. And just go to format painter and double click or single click on it and select it, and just select the columns in which all the value will be realigned. For communication, for second part, let me show you. For communication, you again simply copy the information related to Cronbach alpha, row, composite reliability, and average variance extracted. Paste in the first row of communication here. Just click on communication, click on the format painter, and select the 4 number of rows that are related to communication, and just click and uh, release the its alignment will automatically be done. Now similarly you can formulate this table that will come with the factor loadings of each first order dimensions, their respective Cronbach alpha, row, composite reliability, and average variance extracted, and you can interpret there also. I am leaving the other parts here, that otherwise the video will become lengthy. Okay, let's go back towards our main window, and output window here is. Now second step come to analyze the discriminant validity. For discriminant validity we have two criteria, that is related with the heterotrait and monotrait relationship, and Farner-Larker criteria. Now Farner-Larker criteria is also called as a correlation analysis. Both have almost same setting or same dimensions. Okay, let me show you that how we will work with this table. Just copy this table, heterotrade, monotrade, copy to the Excel and move to the sheet, second sheet. You can paste it here, and the upper values can be deleted or removed by clearing all. Now now why I have taken copy this in here, because again we have a higher order construct here, and we need not to report the higher order or second order construct in this table also. Okay, in this table heterotrade monotrade for discriminant analysis, again you can highlight the column here, entrepreneurial orientation, that is measured with the second order construct. Let me this one, project management success is also the same, and similarly for their horizontal value, project success uh, is measured with the higher order construct, and entrepreneurial orientation is measured with the higher order construct. And you can highlight it this table, just remove these column and these rows. You can see here by deleting this column, also projects and risk taking. The other things will remain the same. There is a nothing change here. You can see here for heterotrade monotrade, the top values could be removed from 0. It is a simple empty columns, empty rows, or empty cells are shown here. This table is about HTMT, heterotrade monotrade ratios, and you can see here the first order construct discriminate validity can be table can be generated like this one, and you can format it according to your API style like this. Okay, similarly you can also copy the funnel architect criteria a table in the same way like I do for heterotrade monotrade. Just I can show you quickly here, that copy the for non-linear criteria. Basically it is a correlation table, but it's also used to measure the discriminant validity. Again highlight the rows that are with second order constructs like here, and highlight the columns also. You can compositely do this for heterotrade and monotrade and formal criteria at a single sheet, because they have a common number of rows and number of columns. So when we delete a number of rows and columns for both, can easily be performed in a in a single sheet. So again uh, this is your correlation or Farner Larker criteria. If the diagonal values are higher than the lower values of the cells, then we can say that there is no issue of discriminant validity, as these values are the square root of average variance extracted, and it must be higher than the lower values below to the diagonal values, and this confirms are the further no issues in the discriminant validity. So these three basic tables are required in your data analysis part. The first one was as the items loadings with their cron alpha rows, composite reliability, and average variance extracted, and second one is for heterotrade monotrade discriminant validity, and third one is the also for discriminant validity, but you also need to interpret the correlations of the correlation among the variables in a detail in your manuscript writing. So this was all about your model fitness issues related to. Further you can check here the collinearity statistic by viewing the VIF. VIF also are okay, there is no issue in the variance inflation factor, and there is no issue of the also multicollinearity. Again here you can see that these VI, if you want to report the VIFs, then again you have to remove the duplicating values from here, and by removing the duplicating values you can get the single results for the single results for each item. Now definitely there is certain issue, like you can see here that the attentive one is 2.384 and other is attentive to 2.443, and these two dimension are representing by the each for first order construct and for second order. But overall you can say that there is no issue of multicollinearity or the variance inflation factor. Model pivot criteria can also be checked it here, and definitely now you are using the second order construct, then these other things will not be measured, because these NFI and chi-square and these values are made on the first order construct. So this was all about the model fitness or conformative factor analysis when we use the second order construct. But this is called the first stage. You can say it is a first stage or the step one for performing first stage are the first step in performing higher order construct analysis. In my next video I will work on the structural equation modeling, or measure the effect of these variables on other by taking the structure model or their path coefficient. So for this it is I think enough, and we will move towards next video. Thank you.